Experts are warning of a more active wildfire season in the coming weeks following 2 wet winters and a mild summer.
All of the green growth we've seen this spring is drying out right now, setting the stage for a lot more fire starts this year.
What you may think is not a bad season, you can change really quickly.
The concern is that if a firework were to go off in this type of fuel, that's an immediate ignition.
And while officials are not expecting things to be as catastrophic as just a few years ago, they are warning people not to let their guards down. Number of wildfires sparked this year has just risen today to 324, with more than 4,800 acres burned. 87% of those were burned by human-caused fires.
This evening, we've got team coverage as we prepare for a potentially dangerous season ahead of the 4th of July, and as we continue through another hot week.
KSL meteorologist Matt Johnson kicking things off for us, and he explains why all the ingredients exist for a dangerous season in today's Utah Fire Watch.
The storms stop, the temperatures rise, and the hills come alive. It's the start of another long-awaited Utah summer.
Overall in the West, we've had a little bit of a slow start to the season. We expect that to continue.
And so it goes here in the West. Every green start has a brown finish. Summer and fire season come hand in hand. Jim Wallman of the Great Basin Interagency Fire Center says we're expecting the slow start to pick up.
We're expecting a busier season than we've seen the last 2 years, especially in the Great Basin.
Utah's wildfire season runs from July 1st to October 1st, with the height being August into early September.
This is simply because the longer into summer we go, the more dry and cured fuels become. This is typical of any Utah summer. However, things could shape up a little bit different this year.
Wet winters lead to a lot more growth and a lot more grass.
Coming off the record-breaking snowpack of 208% of normal in 2023 and 131% in 2024 will cause a lot of fuel loading. Fuel loading is a term that fire forecasters use to explain the amount of vegetation that has grown, dried, and is available to burn.
We have a lot of grass in the lower elevations from the past 2 wet winters, and that's going to be a big concern.
So then why did summer 2023 not turn out to be a total burnout? For one, it was the lingering wet spring weather that pushed back the onset of fire season.
But what mitigated a lot of the concerns last summer, too, was the remnants of Hurricane Hilary came up right in mid-August.
This year, with a lot of new fuel available, the stage is set and the pump is primed for a potentially big fire season.
If you have even any little bit of dry lightning, what you may think is not a bad season, you can change really quickly.
The deciding factors, we do our part, and Mother Nature keeps the lightning and wind at bay. For KSL 5, I'm meteorologist Matt Johnson.
Matt, thank you. As experts prepare for a more eventful wildfire season than 2023, KSL has taken a closer look at why forecasts are a cause for alarm. All week long, the KSL weather team will be breaking down fire forecasts, causes, and concerns. Tomorrow on Live at 5, we're going to take a look at stopping the spark.